What's up, everyone?
Happy almost New Year?
Yeah, welcome to the last hour of 2018.
Yeah, a random video for us, but I am too pregnant to go out and, do stuff. So if you're home, let's celebrate together, I say. Better do New Year here than somewhere else. So how is everybody doing? We are going to talk about
Poshmark.
solutions.
Yeah. You just made that up on the spot, didn't you?
Yeah, I made that.
Posholutions.
Yes.
Or New Year's resolutions for you guys, for next year, for us, for what we wanted to accomplish this year, what we didn't accomplish, and
yeah, we're going to talk about, our goals that we had this year, ours, yours, and talk about what we want to have happen next year. For our business, for our lives. It could be both, and how can we help you with this? So, like if there's anything we can do or say or guide you, we're here for that.
What's up, Miss A Webb and Maria Felicity? How you guys doing? Katie Kneff, how are you?
Hello.
We got comments coming in. Charlie Sue, Lachey Smith, Chelsea Lendorf. How you guys doing?
Chelsea wants to be full-time in 2019.
That's a great resolution. You can
awesome
definitely
goal.
do that. You can definitely hit that, no problem.
Hunter Cat just said hi. He ran under my feet.
So if you guys got questions tonight, throw them in the chat. We'll get to your questions as well as we move along. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah. So first off, we go live every week. The holidays messed that up a little bit. You guys know. I hope you guys had great holidays. But this is going to be our last live video until I am a mother.
Yeah, this is it for her. So I'm gonna, if I can get on live and do a live show on my own, I'm gonna try and do that. But we're definitely gonna be putting videos up. So we just wanted to start the show off right there with that announcement.
Let you know that it's like I'm in the going on to 37 weeks, and yeah, I'm just gotta have the kid, So once Tiberius comes out and things settle a bit more, we will be announcing that we'll get
so
more
stay
regular.
tuned for that. We're gonna be back to our regular. We're gonna try and hit two times a week with the help of my mother-in-law. So we're gonna go back to 2 live shows a week. One of us at least one solo show and one with both of us.
Hopefully, yeah. But it's our first kid, so we'll see what happens.
Happy New Year to you, all of you as well.
Yes, I see emojis. I see a lot of Happy New Year's wishes.
What's up, Amanda Garcia Hodgson and Patriot Picker? Welcome to the show.
Oh, Patriot Picker. Hello.
So what are some of your guys' resolutions? Throw them in the chat. What do you guys want to do for
we heard someone
wanted to go full time. What are some of your other resolutions that you want to have happen for your business next year? We'll state some of mine. One of mine that didn't come true this year, which I was really banking on, and I kind of put that goal in place towards the final push for the fourth quarter, and it didn't happen. I wanted to hit 500 listings. I got up to about 250. I'm at 254 right now.
Holding, because he sells.
Yeah, which is great, because before I went to Posh Fest, I think I was at about 150 or so. So I definitely increased about 100 listings, but I didn't hit the 500 mark. So I'm going to push hard to hit that 500 mark for the first quarter of this year.
Yeah, so I wanted to hit 5. In the summertime, I am about 250 to 3. That was I always hovered there. My closet always hovered at 250 to 300, no matter how much I listed. And then I would sell a bunch, you can't complain about that. But I wanted to hit 500.
That was both of our goals, yeah.
And then I found out, bam, this happened. and it was right, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm going to push through the summertime, and all summer I'm gonna list, and then I'm pregnant, and body kind of slowed down, mind slowed down, and I'm owning it. I didn't hit that goal, but I will tell you, once this baby's out, someone's gonna be a hustling mother. We
will be. We got a plan in place. We got good time management going right now.
We have a plan. We're lucky.
We are. Both of us being full-time and at home, we can both split the chores and split taking care of the baby so that one of us can work at all times, and it's really gonna make things a little easier on us because we're both here doing it. So
if I gotta take pictures, they could be watching over the baby, doing other household things.
So we got a couple that are coming in, some resolutions or some goals for next year. To get rid of the death pile is one of them from Vicky.
Once and for all.
Yeah, better.
I'm sure other people have that same idea. Maybe not as a resolution, but they have a death pile. Attack it.
So Pineapple wants to get better at tracking my sales and profit. That's a good goal. Yeah. Inventory organized. That's a good goal too. Yeah, you definitely want before the baby in April. Congratulations, Amanda.
Yeah. Baby emojis.
So how long do you leave something in your closet before pulling it? Why don't you take that, Karen?
So I'm very big into relisting. I I have stuff in my closet that I've had for a long time. I've have stuff that moves in like a day of listing it. No rhyme, no reason, but I'll just relist it occasionally. Occasionally I'll pull it just because I get so sick of looking at it. Jay just had one. We were just talking about it. Before he came on full time, I was running both closets and training him how to do it while he worked his other job, before he did this full time. So I was trying to like build a men's closet and maintain mine. And my friend gave me a bunch of clothes and he's like, where did this Nautica shirt come from? It's ugly. He's like, it has pink. It's like old man plaid. And I'm like, oh, well, that was a freebie. So, and I told him, I'm like, maybe you should pull it out of inventory and rephotograph it, try to make it, look more cohesive because it was a white background when I was doing it. And we might just donate it.
Yeah, that might get donated.
He's like so sick of looking at the thing because he's like, where did this thing come from?
I get like a random like on it once in a while and it never sells.
And you relisted it.
It's just one of those shirts that's probably not going to sell. What's up, Elisa? What's up, Petite CG?
So what I'm trying to get at is I don't necessarily say, okay, it's been 6 months, I'm out of here, done with this. I give things a chance by relisting things. I do look at the photograph if it was like half-assed. Like I might take a better cover shot. I'm not saying all 8 photos, but that one photo's got to grab someone's attention. Kind of. I try to give my stuff a chance. I invested in it. I hope that answers.
I think that answers the question. Yeah, I think that was a good one. Petite CG wants to get rid of this old inventory. Yeah, we want to get rid of our old inventory as fast as possible. That's definitely one of my goals as well. And we were just talking about that. My goal is to get all my resale stuff in the basement. I have a lot of painting to do first. I'd love to have my house back. Yeah,
it's great to have dedicated space.
We're kind of overflowing here. We need to move into another storage space or something. So
we moved into this house. We're like, we got a house now. We got all this room now. We're gonna run our business. And now the house is like busting at the seams because now we're expecting our third, the baby. And I'm like doing the baby's room, and I'm like, our basement is full of our it's where we ship.
It's our business.
It's our inventory. It's all our business. Our entire basement. There's very little personal storage down there where most people, where do you store your stuff? The basement. So our closet space is taken up, but that's a really good goal to get all in one space. You're going to be flowing easier. You're going to know where everything is. And you're just going to be like, hey, got to ship. It's here. Bam, 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 out the door. You're going to love it all being in one space. We came from living, I used to run my business out of our bedroom, and every time I sold stuff, I had to go into tubs and pretty much take out all my boxes and wrapping stuff and print labels downstairs and bring them up. It was harder, so streamlining where you actually do your business. That's a great goal, and it's an obtainable goal.
We do our business in like 4 different spots throughout the house. I do my pictures in the dining room. She has a studio, which is a 3rd bedroom just for her.
Directly across the dining room.
So I have clothing in the dining room and product, hard goods from eBay, which haven't been photographed yet, are on the other side of the table. I got product downstairs and we got it all over the place. So we are in that boat, but we don't have any. And we keep bringing more in, so we're just going to have to keep putting it where we can put it.
When we got the house, I was like, okay, there's 3 bedrooms, so one of them could be dedicated to, like, photography and everything. But when he came on full time and he has hundreds of men's items trying to build his closet, and I have the same thing, we're literally stepping on each other's feet in the same small bedroom. For one person, it's cool. For 2 people doing what they're trying to do, no. So he kind of took over the dining room.
So Gary's got a question. He says, when you all increase listings, do you add to existing lines or broaden your choices with new items?
Add to existing lines?
I'm assuming you want to clarify that a little more. Do you mean existing lines of clothing that you have in your closet, or
like brands?
Like brands, or what do you mean by existing lines, Gary?
Like instead of just listing crud ton of free people, you're gonna like branch out, or? I'm not sure I completely understand. I want to, Gary. I want to understand you. Happy New Year, Gary. Happy New Year, everybody.
My main goal for 2019 is to get my followers to that crucial number you guys talk about with the magic stats start happening. It's taking forever, but someday it'll happen. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to gain fan followers. Yeah, it is a grind.
And it's followers and listing every day. Both kind of have to happen.
So the best part of a video game is the grind, though.
Do it. gamer over here.
Have
Yeah.
you opened your Posh sales report and did you like it? You checked it out. I didn't check it out yet.
I have to open his. I do the numbers.
Yeah, she does the
do
numbers.
so.
I'm dreadfully awful with that kind of stuff. My patience just doesn't. I have ADHD, so I can't sit there and crunch numbers for.
I'm like, that's all it is. It's his patience. He's actually really good.
I am good with
mental
numbers,
math, with numbers, with like analyzing things. So it kind of stinks that his ADHD holds him back from looking at spreadsheets and going, okay, I gotta file December's numbers with the state. Like I do it, and they even say when you email them, it says like, these are for a guide, please track your own sales, something like that. It says like to be used as a guide, not to like be taken as like scripture, and pretty much it adds up. I have done almost my entire year with me tracking my stuff and printing out the sales reports, and I haven't had anything mess up. I had, what was it, like a weird sale, like $6. No, it was like some little sale that never cleared, and I had to email Posh. Remember, I had like like $10 and like 90 cents or something weird, and I'm like, not 5 cents, $10 and 5 cents would never clear with all that was pending, which all was shipped, and I had to email Posh. I'm like, I couldn't find it on the sales report. I'm like, where's this $10 and 5 cents that's always in pending? Like, and they cleared it. So, it's good, but you do need to do it yourself.
Yep.
And one thing I don't like about it, let me see what I don't like about the sales report, is it's not really it's not organized by the sale date. I think you can filter it somehow before printing it, but you have to go through like every line separately instead of just going like assuming it's all in order. I don't know if that makes sense.
It's tricky to follow, but
but
they're a good tool. You just don't want to rely on them for your numbers.
Better than not having it.
Gary says, do you add an inventory numbers to the products you now list, or add inventory of new lines, more jeans, or add sport coats? So Gary, I'll tell you how I do my listings. It's really I am so regimented in how I list. It's not even funny. So during the wintertime, I'll list 1 sweater, 2 shirts, and 2 pairs of jeans every single day. And if I get my sport coats in or something new, I'll put those in when they come in new. But I'm always listing the same criteria so that I'm getting a good rounded number of items going into my closet, and there's not too many items of one category piled up on top of each other. So that's really just how I list. I just list and when I get stuff, it just goes up. I don't worry about adding or supplementing something or I have too much of this, so I'm not going to list it. Sizes. Exactly. I'm not picky about any of that. If I can get my hands on it and it's a good product, I'm going to list it and I'm going to get it up. And that's how I do my listing. Sweater, 2 shirts, 2 jeans in the winter. In the summer.
That's your BAM 5 out the door when you just need to list 5. I'm a little different. I do pay attention. Like earlier in the week, if I listed a bunch of smaller waisted pants and jeans, like size 26, 27, 28, I'm going to say, okay, I just listed a bunch of smaller waist sizes. I'm going to go into my inventory and try to list a little bit higher, or if I listed a bunch of extra small and small, I'm kind of more aware of sizes like that because I try to keep a roundabout closet with many sizes. I
do stay away from some sizes. I'll stay away from really, really small, like 30s and 31s. But for the most part, I'm picking up 32s to 38s in pants and mediums to extra larges on shirts, and it all works. And I just throw it up there as I get it. I don't worry about bunching sizes or anything like that. So, and it seems to be working great for me.
So
yeah, it's pretty simple.
Easy.
So what's the difference between selling part-time versus full-time on Poshmark? The workload, definitely.
Yeah, the workload and the money.
The money, yeah.
Now this is different for every single person. Some people at a full-time job, let's just say they make $500 a week take home. And if on Poshmark you're making like $900 a week, like steady, you're doing part-time work, working getting full-time pay. So what is full-time is to us
money.
So like the money, like self-sustainable money and income consistently.
Yep.
And that's where the workload comes in. You have to be sourcing, you have to be reinvesting in yourself, and you have to be listing every day and keeping up with the algorithm.
Yeah, we always said for criteria for full-time, if you can make enough money to pay your bills, source and save some money at the end of the month, then you should be able to go full-time. If you do that 6 months in a row, then you definitely can go full-time. So that's just what we stuck to what Karen stuck to when she was thinking about going full-time. And that's the difference. I mean, we look at We don't look at this Poshmark as full time because we're not doing full time hours. We look at it as an income. We're making a full time income, but we're not sitting there constantly working. So it's tough to consider part time versus full time. Really,
imagine sharing for 40 hours a week.
It'd be ridiculous.
Oh no. So yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah,
like your situation. Some people might only even have a part-time job.
Yeah,
you'll be making a lot of money.
And your living expenses might only be $1,800 a month. If that is the case, I'd love to know where you're living. But so everybody else is going to have a different magic number, and then there's that magic number that's going to work for you, and that's when
And some people are going to want a higher number so they can put it into savings. People really do like to have that like cushion.
Yeah.
Just in case something happens, and if they're barely making anything into that cushion, they might not feel secure, like just going head on and like quitting jobs. And I'm not saying go quit your job because you made $900 in a week.
So Chelsea says, any suggestions for when sourcing is very scarce? I live in Wisconsin, and unfortunately, no matter where I go, I'm just not finding good quality items that will sell on Posh.
That kind of first of all, that stinks.
Yeah.
We try to source whenever we go on vacations, when we travel. We love travel sourcing, and I've seen it. I've seen certain areas that it's just like, what do people wear around here, and it stinks. So you can either go with the bread and butter items we try to find things that are going to get us like at least $30, at least. Try 40 to 50 bucks each, each sale. But if you can't find high quality items or even middle quality items, you might be stuck doing the $15 shirt over and over again.
That'll get you a profit. It's a lot more work. You have a lot more inventory for that. So James Murphy says, how much a month can you sell on average with inventory of $250? So both me and Karen hover right around $250 right now. We're both full time. I'm making anywhere between 2 and 3, and she's probably right around the same, maybe a little more than me, because her items tend to sell a little higher than mine do. My average sale price is right around $35. I think hers is around 40, so she has a little higher of an average sale price than me. So it's not about the quantity. Remember, it's not about the quantity in your closet. It's about your perceived value and what you can get out of those clothing. So I have a higher perceived value because I just set my prices higher, and it's been working. And I just sold a pair of Joe's jeans. They were used, nothing special, out the door the other day for $75 because my closet just has that cohesive value throughout. So it makes sense for people to buy a little bit higher of a priced item from me because all of my prices are high on everything. So it works.
I sold something that was like $12 the other day, and I'm like, oh, I got a little sale. He's like, a little sale. I'm like, it's from the summertime.
Yeah.
And I went through like multiple closet clear outs and price drops. So it's like, I'm leaving it low because it's so out of season. And if it don't sell, I'm going to relist it in the warmer weather. And I made $10 on it, whatever, But the $250 really did help us. Like, the more the merrier, though. It really is the more the merrier. Keep on listing.
Yeah.
That's why our goal is 500 each. Because right now, total, we're 500 between like our whole active inventory. But we want 1,000 between both of us.
So I would like to know if anyone has ever heard of the clothing brand Tavish. Their label is similar to Tory Burch logo. I feel like I got a knockoff dress from the thrift. I haven't heard of that one.
No, I have not. If it looks like genuinely, like if you hold it up next to a Tory Burch logo, and it looks almost spot on, it might be a complete knockoff. It might be a knockoff, or I don't know who would copy someone's logo that precisely.
So Kim H says, how many listings do you list a day? I stick to 5 a day. I'll do 2 days a week. I'll take pictures, and I'll take like 20 items a day on each day. And then I'll just list those throughout the week. And it's usually 5 a day. Sometimes I'll do a little less. Sometimes I might do more, but it's right around 5.
When you were growing, you would do 5 and 5. Like you do like afternoon 5, evening 5. But this draft feature, awesome, right? Awesome. I know not everybody has it yet. I just found that out. I'm like, really? It's been like what, like 3 weeks? I was on Facebook, and not everybody has the draft feature. But yeah, that's really helped. But we like doing chunks of 5. 5. I notice when I do 5, I get a lot of activity. I get a lot of sales. And if I have a day of a lot of sales, I'm going to do 5 and 5 or 5, 5, 5. You know, something about that number 5. But you should have a regimen. You should have say, okay, I need to make X amount of listings every day. And we suggest minimum of 3 a day. Right, babe? Minimum. The keyword.
So yeah, that's James. That's right around what we saw. I'm rated about 500, sometimes 700 a week. So that's the average per week.
And when I do the numbers, I find out that like my lesser weeks, he's like through the roof, and I'm like, how'd you sell so much this week? When I'm like, you know, because every 3 weeks I have a slower week, and I feel like my slower week is his like beat you.
You balance each other out. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. And like I didn't notice the pattern except for a couple months in, because it takes quite a few numbers to get going with the pattern. And
so Hoop Out Girl says, I'm thinking about quitting my automotive factory job to resell clothes. It seems so scary not knowing how much you'll make. If you will be able to pay your bills, it would be wonderful though. Yeah, it's tough.
It is scary.
It's scary, definitely jumping into something new, but it can be done.
Have a cushion.
Have a cushion, yeah.
Have a cushion and have discipline. We already talked about like criteria.
Maybe cut your job back to part-time and do part-time reselling and see how that goes first, and don't just jump right in head first, and give yourself a backup option.
I started doing that. Remember, I was like, I don't want to work Sundays.
Oliver, I'm not sure if the draft is on the computer. We just use it on the phone. I haven't actually checked to see if it's on the computer yet or not.
Yeah, no, I don't know. All our pictures are always on our phone, so we just list on our phone. We share from our computer, list from our phone. You know, so I'm not sure, but in one of the Facebook groups, it said this girl's like, no, I go to cancel my listings. Everyone's like, oh, you go to make a listing and then you cancel it. And then it's like save draft. And she's like, nope. And I felt bad. I was like, oh no.
So Amanda says, do you get more offers versus straight sales on your women's closet or men's closet? So I'm a mix of both. I'll get maybe 50-50 straight sales to offers. Karen gets a lot more offers than straight sales though. So hers is probably more the offer closet, and I'm hovering around 50-50. Poshmark, you're always going to get offers. It's very rare that you're going to sell something for full price. So it's great when it happens, but you're always going to get those people that send an offer, and they know they can do it, and they know that you're going to take an offer, but you're most likely going to accept something lower than your highest price. So I love it when something sells for full price, but I don't expect it to happen that often.
And like sometimes, like I just sold a Dooney and Burke vintage purse. It went out the door today. I had it at $85. I got an offer and I opened it up, and you all know it's like drum roll. What's it going to be? And it was $80. I was like, yeah, you can take $5 off. Like you never know when you say so-and-so gave you an offer, and it's like, what's it going to be now?
So one of our other goals for 2019 is to add at least 2 more streams of income. We've been working behind the scenes on drop shipping. We're finally getting ready to start that. I know you guys have seen a couple of our videos that we did in the past on drop shipping when we first got into it. We've been studying it for a little while. We're going to make the move into drop shipping after the new year. We're starting after Q4 so that we can get the hang of it. And by next year's Q4, we'll be strong to go. So that's one of the streams of income we're thinking of adding this year. And Karen had an interesting idea to go and take the class to become a notary. So you don't have to do it. And everything, just because we're full-time resellers, doesn't mean that all of our streams of income have to come from reselling or YouTube or those avenues. We look for, if we can make a buck off of something, we're going to do it. She was reading an article online and found out that,
like a traveling notary, like within the city, like some people can't get out of their house, you know, or they're like handicap, or they don't have a license or a car and they need something notary, and like you can not jack up the price, but you get paid more because guess what, you're using your gas and you know you're going to them. So
right now we're hovering at around 5,000 to 6,000 monthly income. Our main goal for 2019 is to push that from 5,000 to 6,000 to 10,000 to 12,000. So we want to double that income and get our monthly income a little bit higher. And I think that with a couple of streams of income, drop shipping, I know that we can probably expect to make a couple grand a month on. And then this notary, we're not sure about. We'll see how that goes. But that's our goal, is to double our income this year.
Right? You gotta try something to know if it's yay or nay. Like, sure, on paper, this notary idea looks really good, you know, and it's $100 in the state of Connecticut to get licensed in it. I think that's well worth the risk for me to find out if I'm gonna make much money on it, you know, even if I make the $100 back. But who knows? Maybe I'm gonna go out like 2 or 3 times a week and come home with a couple $100. Like, I don't know until you try, you know. So yeah, That's what we want. Good goals.
We got to add that income and get that income going up.
Come on, we got a baby, right? Someone's got to buy diapers. Lots of diapers.
So Elisa says she gets like 90% offers as opposed to straight out full price. Yeah, it's probably about Wade. What's up, Wade? Happy New Year.
Hi, Wade. Happy New Year. Yeah. Oh, we're on the East Coast. So anyone on the East Coast, when that time comes, we'll say it. But if it's not at you yet, we still mean Happy New Year.
So, Hoop Out Girl, you really just got, everybody's number is going to be different. You got to figure out what you need to make a month. And then remember that you're going to need another 30% of your income at least 30% of your income needs to go to sourcing. You're going to need to have money to pay your bills. You're going to have to at least money to pay your bills and money to source with. If you can pay your bills and source, you're okay. You should have money to save as well.
And money saved.
So if your monthly expenses are like right around $3,000, you're probably going to want to push for full-time money. You're going to want to make at least $4,500 a month consistently, and that'll give you $1,500 to source with and $3,000 to pay your bills. So you got to look at it that way. Everybody has a different number. Yeah, everybody has a different number. So you really gotta know what your number is going to be and
what they have been. I didn't do this right away. Like I was like 8 months. On the 9th month, I had a talk with him. Like, I'm gonna go and talk to my boss man because I'm making more money than I am from him, you know. And it was consistently throughout the months. Yes, the numbers fluctuated some, but like consistently in the range that I had set for myself. You know, so it wasn't just like, okay, I've had 2 or 3 great months. It was consistency, you know, before I took the plunge.
Kimberly Robinson must have ESP. Yeah, there is another course coming down the line. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Just a little tease for now. We have a great idea. You guys are going to love it. It has to do with wholesale.
Yes.
That's all we'll say for now.
Tease, tease, tease.
And you can look for that next summer, the spring to summer.
My sales last week were 19. This week is only 1. I mean, you have to understand, it's like that weird time where it's the holidays. People are like traveling. They're with family. It's New Year's, you know, and it's the beginning of the week. Well, it's kind of, right? So give it time. I'm hopeful for tomorrow. You know why? Because everyone has
off tomorrow, and it should be a busy
government, federal,
everything's closed down tomorrow. Yeah,
closed tomorrow. So some people are just gonna be hanging around their house, being like, "Oh, that's cute." I'm hoping, right? It sounds like a good thing. It sounds like what I'm saying could be true.
So another one of our goals for 2019 is to make sure this baby is happy and healthy.
Happy, healthy baby.
Happy, healthy baby. That's probably the #1 goal right now in our minds.
This is also why this is our last live video until the baby. It's like this 3rd trimester has really been like wearing me out, and I have to prioritize. I have to still run a business. I have to still run a house, and you know, so I have to make sure the baby's healthy. And when I have to lay down, I have to lay down. I'm sure anyone who is a mother understands that. And anyone who isn't a mother, I'm sure you can comprehend that.
So guys, if you're enjoying this video tonight and you're new here, definitely hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell notification so that you get notified when we go live. If you are brand new to our channel and haven't done so yet, we have an income list. I'm reading comments as I'm speaking. We have an email list. It's the first link in the description. That is going to get you on our email list. We send out a 6-part free Poshmark workshop on how to build a Poshmark business out of our home and how we run it. So it's a great workshop and it's free. You can only get it on YouTube, on the email list, not available on YouTube. I can speak today. So click the first link in the description and get on that email list. We will send you emails from time to time, but it's definitely worth it. You'll stay up to date on anything we're doing. You'll know when our new courses come out and all that good stuff. So
Latricia says multiple streams of income is my #1 priority.
That's definitely right. #1 priority.
Multiple streams of income. Here it comes, 2019.
Lachey, sales typically slow. They don't slow down for Karen as much in February and January. I've heard people say they slow down. We'll see. This is going to be my first year. Last year I started out Poshmark right in January, really. Well, I started in October, but my first full-time month was January. So this is going to be the first January that I go through. So I'm going to get an idea of what it's going to be like this year.
Yeah, if you started in October, you were still working your other jobs. So
yeah.
I was managing both closets and trying to help him. He was working and coming home, and I'm like, let's share closets. And he's like, oh. But now look at him. I got a host pick.
So that's a question. It happens. It can happen to get slower around this time, and it cannot. So it's
just keep up best practices.
Keep listing, keep sharing, keep doing all that stuff.
Don't let anything change. Source what you do. List quality items. List at least like 3 to 5 things a day. More if you can. And just share and be active in the Posh community. It's when people don't do these things that they're like, oh, my sales are taking a decline. It's like, yeah, well, what'd you do today? Did you do anything? So you can't complain if you're not putting in the effort. Keep up good Posh algorithm things.
Joni, the due date is January 29th, and she can't wait. Neither can I, honestly. I want to see what this little guy looks like.
I can't. I need my body back.
Charlie Sue says, sleeping every day until you have them.
I have been, because I haven't been sleeping through the night. And I think my body's preparing me for that stage. So, yeah, I've been sleeping in.
Miko Nunez, multiple streams of income are definitely key. So what are your goals? You haven't said any. I've been kind of talking about my goals.
You've been talking about mine
yours.
Too. That's what you do. I do want to actually get to an average of 500 this year. Once the baby's out of me, I'm like, I want my 250 to 300 to actually hover around 500. I think that is like my biggest one for Poshmark, because we do best practices. Jay's still growing his audience. You're doing great with your following. Mine's in the K. I have a K. So, I'm just going to keep on plugging away and do what I got to do to get to that 5 once the baby's here. Once the baby's here. But you already mentioned that. You already mentioned that I want to explore my other stream of income of a notary, a traveling notary. That's the key word. But those are the big ones for me, like more streams of income. Yeah.
January 20th is my birthday. Good day to have a baby.
January 14th is our anniversary. Yep. I said that would be awesome, because then we could just have a party day every year. Like, happy anniversary, happy birthday, and just have a big bash every year. But we're not that lucky.
Petite CG says yes for happy, healthy baby and healthy parents. I have 2 of those little critters. Sleep will be your most favorite pastime, other than every second with your precious bundle.
Sleep, what is that?
So guys, if you got questions, throw them in the chat. We'll get to your questions. Definitely get them in now, because we won't be live for another at least month. So this is your last chance to ask us questions before we kind of take a little bit of a break. He's kicking out.
Guys. He's moving around to you guys. Baby's like, woohoo, people.
Yeah, I think now Miko, or Milk, is it Milko? Milko. I think it's okay now. It wasn't before the marketplaces came out, but now that they have these men's and women's and kids marketplaces, and everybody can just filter out what they're exactly looking for. The problem with it before was, if somebody came to your closet and they're looking for men's clothes, and you have a bunch of women's underwear and robes and pink and all that stuff at the top of your closet, they're going to leave your closet, because they're not going to search down to where you have your men's clothing listed. So that's why we separated our closets at first. But now that these marketplaces are here, a lot of people are using the marketplaces to filter and look for what they really want to buy, and look at just what they look. I use the men's marketplace all the time, just because all I'm doing is a men's closet. So I think it doesn't make as big of a difference as it did.
However, my suggestion, if you do have a mixed and mingled closet and it's not obvious in the first like 2 or 3 lines, because people aren't going to scroll all the way to the bottom to find out if you have a blazer down there, or like a couple of men's items. If you have a decent amount of men's items and you've decided to kind of like put them not at the top and like section them off, put a sign at the very top of your closet, men's items, scroll down, because some people do put it on all, just in case. If you don't want that one person that comes to your closet who's not filtering to miss out on something that they could have missed out on. Yeah. All they had to do was scroll a little more and say men's items.
So Amanda says, people are buying real estate like crazy right now. Do you think it will help or hurt reselling? I don't think there's a correlation between the two, honestly. I think, if you think about real estate, it's really reselling in general as it is. A lot of people are doing real estate reselling with the flips of that stuff. So it's another form of reselling. It's something that
it's also good for taxes.
It's good for taxes, yeah. So it's going to create income. It's just a good thing, but I don't think they go hand in hand. And one's going to affect the other directly. Or
but if you've heard of like larger resellers talk about real estate, you know, saying like, oh, I'm going to get into buying some land or buying this, or I'm owning this, you know, and you hear like big time resellers talk about it. It's because of the tax breaks, because reselling, we don't get as many tax breaks, you know, instead of paying out so much, you're going to get like back with real estate tax breaks. Our friend Steve is buying stuff, you know, so, and it makes sense, you know, but they're not necessarily, that's why you may have heard larger resellers talk about real estate.
So when will the Canada market open? Your guess is good as mine with that one. I am not 100% sure. I know that it's on the agenda, that they're going to do it, that it's coming down the pipeline. Just not sure when they're going to open it up.
Who about girl? No, you know what? Let's fix a little bit of we want to do.
Oh yeah, we got to get back into eBay better. We've been focusing on Poshmark like all the way.
Yes. So we used to be very regimented with the eBay. eBay would be crosslist men's stuff, crosslist older stale inventory in my closet, and then any hard goods. We'd love to sell games and toys. We're big kids, kind of, you know, like Nintendo games and stuff. But we kind of started slacking in Q4, which is not the quarter to slack on. I'm going to tell you that. It's not.
So that's another goal. We're going to get back into eBay again. So I saw a question. Where was it? Have you guys thought about Amazon FBA? I don't know much about it myself. We did FBA for a little while. We took a break with the baby. We're going to get back to FBA. That's another one of those things we want to get. We already know how to do it and how to handle it. So we're going to get back into that. We don't consider that adding a new stream because we already had that stream of income in there. But that's something that once the baby comes and we can get our schedules regimented, we're going to go start doing RA again. And
we were never like crazy into it.
No, we made about 2,000, maybe 1,500 a month on sales on profit.
Every we would ship a shipment maybe every 2 months. When we were living not in this house, and then when we went to move, we're like, okay, we're going to monitor our Amazon, because you can monitor your inventory and yada yada, but we're not going to do anything because we're moving. You know, we had to prioritize. We had to run our Poshmark and our eBay now and flow into the new house, and then we just never picked it back up.
So it's still there. We still have an account with them. We're in good standing. We just gotta get out there and do it.
Get out there and start scanning. And done stuff.
But it's very easy to learn. It's very easy. You just buy a scanner. You start scanning barcodes at stores. You go to clearance racks and Targets and Walmarts.
There are a few confusing parts to the brand new person. But once you get do 1 or 2 shipments, you start getting into a flow, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember this part. You know, but it's more not the location of items. It's what boxes this go in, like barcodes. You know, it's like they're very specific. That's all. You know, it's going to be wrapped and packaged right.
So Petite CG says, are your jeans moving right now? I feel like I have a really good selection of men's and women's Page, AG, Levi's, Miss Me, APC, etc. Good price range, but just not selling. Yeah, my jeans, I'm selling a pair of jeans like every other day. Karen's close to saying, yeah, jeans are selling. You might want to check your price points. I noticed that once I raised my jean price points up to a higher value, they started selling more. So check your price points. Yeah, my Joe's jeans, I used to list Joe's jeans at around $35-40.
Because that's what you're getting for them.
They would either sit in the closet or sell once in a while. I started listing them at $75-80. I just sold a pair for $75 the other day. So and that was a full out no offer. Just came into my closet and bought a pair of Joe's jeans for $75. So if your prices are too low, you're going to be pricing yourself out of a sale because people are going to either start thinking something's wrong with it or there's a problem. Or you're going to
start getting like a $15 offer.
Yeah, even in the middle range, I would suggest raising your prices on jeans and seeing if that helps. I know it sounds weird, like it doesn't make sense. Raise your prices and you're going to get sales.
Especially those are quality. I mean, Levi's you can only go so high on unless they're like specific Levi's. I'm not saying all Levi's, but like average Levi's. But AG, Miss Me, like those are good. Page, those are good brands. Those sell for like almost $200 in store or more. You know, so don't undervalue yourself either, you know.
So Lisa, I agree with that too. The more questions somebody asks, the less likely for a sale. That's definitely it happened to Karen today actually 3 times. So people are asking questions and then no sales.
I'm running around.
Yeah.
And I try to answer as quick as possible because you think if they just ask, they're on the line right now. They're active, you know. And I'm more like I try to answer as quick as possible because I think you know they just asked. It's fresh in their head. And 3 different people asked, Tom, like, what's this? I can't quite tell in that picture. And I'm like, stupid stuff. Nothing.
So Hoop Out Girl says, I love selling jeans today, and tomorrow I sold DL 1961 and 2 AGs, raised prices like Jay says. I got offers. Yeah, it works. So Katie Kneff says, I list my stuff 30%, 5% higher than what I want for them. I found that's what people always offer for me anyway. Yeah, I list mine at 50% more than what I actually take. And I've been getting
cojones on
bigger.
Huh?
I've been getting higher than what I would usually get for an item because of that. So I would suggest go and try 50% for a little while and see if you get more money than you've been making before.
I find myself not even countering over a couple bucks anymore. I'm like, I'm not even going to counter offer because back in the day I would have listed it at about that, you know. So like, why even counter? Just take it.
Yeah.
And it works. So
I bought a bag from a new Posher last week, and there was a baggie of anti-diarrhea pills in it. That's being prepared.
Oh, look at the emojis. I have found purses.
Better be safe than sorry, I guess.
With random pills in it. And it's like, I don't know if that's a baby aspirin or if I should be arrested right now. Throw it out. You know, like you really have to check the crevices. Like in some purses, they get in like the seam. Careful now. You don't want to resell something and then someone's like, what did you sell me?
So we got 18 minutes until it's New Year's here for us on the East Coast.
Yes.
We're getting there. We're getting to 2019. Did you see something?
Oh, no. I was going to say someone mentioned DL 1961. That's one of the questions. Like this lady was asking me all this stuff about it. And some of it was in the description. We all know not everybody reads those descriptions. And those are the ones that I want you to tell them instead of them read it. And
I gave up on that. I just tell them the measurements are at the bottom of the description, and if they don't buy, they don't buy. I don't care if I'm being a dick or not. I just get so sick of people not reading my descriptions that it drives me nuts when somebody asks me what are the measurements when they're listed right below.
One that was the cuff, like because they were skinny jeans, but the DL 1961 Angels have like the slit on the side seam, so it's easy to get your leg in and out of skinny jeans. It has like that little 1/4 inch little slit. And I mentioned that. I'm like, has the handy dandy slit, no stuck feet. And they still wanted me to measure it. I'm like, yeah, but that's what the slit, like flat, you know, it opens more. And I don't think they quite grasp what I was saying.
So Latricia White says, any tips to start eBay? I posted a few things that haven't had a sale yet. Yeah, just list. The more you list, the better eBay's algorithm is going to like you, and they're going to boost your rankings to the top of the search. They're going to boost your promoted listings, and you can promote listings as well if you
can.
If you run a promoted listing, that's not a bad idea to boost a sale.
Also, finalize. Personally, I say finalize on a computer.
Yeah.
You can start eBay. You can draft all day long and save for later. You know, and on the computer, you have a lot more options for detailed search. You know, or on the phone or tablet, the app is only so much. So you can do everything on your phone. Just go on the computer and fill in the missing stuff that was never an option for you. That's my suggestion for eBay. And next eBay suggestion, activate all offers. You pay attention to those messages. If they say, hey, 50 free listings, activate offer, even if you don't think you're listing 50 things. I activate offers and I own a store.
Yep.
I'm like, activate, because you never know. You never know what's going to come in handy.
Kimberly Robinson brings another question of mine. Can people see or get notified when you raise your prices? When you lower your prices, they can see it if they've liked your item. Not when you raise your prices. They won't see that. They won't get notified like that. So raise away, have no fear, you'll be fine.
Like after a closet clear out, you can re-raise your prices. Or if you want to send out some offers.
And eBay, your Fabulous Food says eBay is easy, just start. She's right. It's
Just keep doing it. The more you do, Jay, like it was slow in the beginning,
and
I had to teach him. Now he's just a whiz at it. You know, the more you do anything, the better you're gonna get at it.
Yeah.
So don't be intimidated by it. Read it.
Practice. Yep. Enlist as much as possible. Go out and find other tips for eBay too. Start studying the solds and learn what's selling on eBay, because what's selling on eBay isn't what's selling on Poshmark. So Learn if you're going to go clothing, learn what the most popular clothing brands that are selling are. Go type in a broad search for sweaters and see what brands come up or something like that. And just study the sold listings. It's going to get your knowledge. It's going to increase your knowledge, and you're going to do better, not just on eBay, but on Poshmark as well.
Shipping can be a little
shipping
tedious for new users. He still hates
I still hate eBay shipping.
He still hates it.
Compared to Poshmark.
It's just that Poshmark makes it so easy.
You gotta weigh everything and pack everything
box.
and all that.
eBay, it's like, you can ship first class if it's under 16 ounces and you print from the site. And then you're like always like, please be light enough. Please be, it's a pound. Or then it's just like, what can fit in a flat rate and what can fit. You'll get it. Do, learn. Take notes if you have to.
Yep.
Poshmark
does spoil you for clothing, though, yeah.
No, so much.
You get the best prices on Poshmark. That's 100% correct.
But there are brands that sell better for us on eBay. Like Chico's does not move for me that well on Poshmark. On eBay, Chico's, fine. Orbis on eBay, fine. Carhartt, certain things, just I don't know why. It might be the audience that's drawn to each platform. Feed the beast.
Yes, Gary, that's correct. Whenever you edit next list something, Poshmark is gonna view that as a new listing. It's not gonna increase your listing count. It's just doing the same thing as what a new listing would come into. So when you edit something and then you list it and you go through that whole process, it boosts it to the top of the search ranking as if it was a new listing. That's why we say edit next list is kind of important sometimes, and it's part of the 30-minute method because it boosts all your items to the top of the search rank and makes it look like they're just a new listed item. But people don't get notified that you just listed them, or they don't get notified that the price has changed or anything like that.
But if you just edit next listed a pair of Paige jeans size 29 and someone just typed in Paige 29, yours is going to be right there, because it literally just happened like simultaneously. So that's why that's a good thing. Even if you had to edit something, sometimes I edit my titles. Sometimes I'll add words or switch things up or add more keywords in, searchable keywords, and then it will boost back up.
Have a lovely New Year's to you too, Hoop Out Girl. And Milko, happy New Year's to you as well.
Emojis. I wanted to get a tutor. That's what I call them, the noisemakers. He's like, you don't need tutors because I
need those. She blows them too much.
I terrorize Hunter Cat with them.
So guys, don't forget, if you're new here, if you're just here for the first time tonight, definitely click that subscribe button to get notified of when we go live and when we do other videos, when we post videos and all that stuff. We talk all about reselling. Poshmark is our main focus, but we do other avenues of reselling once in a while on this channel. So check us out if you want. Definitely click that first link in the description and jump on our email list. You'll get notified when we do a whole bunch of new stuff. You're also going to get a free 6-part Poshmark workshop, which isn't available on YouTube. That'll get sent directly to your email, 1 video per day for 6 days. It's a pretty cool thing. It shows you how we run a Poshmark business out of our house.
Like we've described it,
yeah,
but you actually get to see it.
You actually get to see it. So it's a really cool workshop that we put together for you guys, and that's free. So just click the first link in the description, enter your email, and you'll be good to go. We will send you emails from time to time regarding what we're doing and all that good stuff.
Oh, we also, could go into our Posh Solutions. We also are working on our garage area, the decluttering of our garage, which still has some of our landlord stuff in it. Our landlord's actually our friend, so it's not just some stranger stuff, but we want to make room for more eBay inventory, like the hard goods. I wouldn't put clothing in the garage, but we could definitely use the space in our basement where all the hard goods are, like board games, video games, hard goods that won't be destroyed once they're off the floor. And we want to clean up the garage. Like we were talking about that, like get a nice lawnmower, snowblower inventory. Pretty much. Cars stay in the driveway. So
Cricket Wilson Harris has been subscribed since the beginning of 2018. Thank you so much for your support. We actually love all of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. It means the world to us. We wouldn't be on YouTube doing anything if you guys didn't watch us. So thank you for showing up to our live videos. Thanks for putting up with our shit and
beep
and all that good stuff. So Where do we put the email address? Click the first link in the description. It's going to give you. There should be a
the very first link in the description.
First link in the description should bring you right to that.
The first sentence says what it is, and then the link.
And then you just click the buttons on the page, and it'll take you right over to that part where you enter your email, and you should be all set. Another thing too, and you guys are gonna look out on this because we picked a mystery box winner like we said we would, and we sent out the email, and we never got an email back. So 2 emails got sent. So that person is done. So we're giving out a new mystery box. We're still giving out a mystery box. We're trying to give this away. We're gonna pick another winner tomorrow, and we're gonna email you guys. So if you guys are still wanting a mystery box from us, get on our email list. We're gonna pick a winner tomorrow. We'll email the lucky winner, and we're gonna send you a box full of clothing that you can sell for profit. At least 4 or 5 things.
Medium fatty.
Yeah. So you'll get a box that you can sell for pure profit just for
I sent out 2 emails. It was right before Christmas, and then it was I was like, okay, Christmas is happening, people travel, and I followed up right after, and I get in still crickets, and I'm like, okay, 2 emails, like what can I do? I can only do so much. Oh, you like my laugh? Thank you. Thank you.
Happy New Year to you too, Petite CG. Happy New Year to all. God bless everyone. Sherry, what's up, Sherry? How you doing? I'm reading comments here.
I know you've learned so much from us. Oh, that's good. That's why I started doing this.
Yeah.
That's why in the beginning it was just me. In the beginning, it was me talking to a camera, going, "Oh, I didn't even know how to edit."
Before lives, before all that stuff,
Before
it was just Karen in her old studio, sitting in front of a.
I had to sell that studio space because I didn't have room to work in our old condo. And I would just sit there, and I didn't know how to edit. So I had so many things where I was like, I have to just do a take. And it was hard. It's really hard just to like, yeah. And I got better at it. And then all of a sudden I learned how to edit. And I barely edit my videos anymore. See, so we all grow. We all grow and learn. And I'm very happy to have taught you stuff. I know Jay is too. Especially I think it's helpful for the men. Have a male point of view too. I love having it. Like when I first came on my channel, he was a brand new Poshmark user. And I was like, I'm going to interview you like you are. Like, what's your point of view as being a new Poshmark user? You were using the app for about a month and a half when I made that video with you. And we got such a large response from having him on the channel that I was just like, it's just going to be us. We are a team in life, so we will be a team here. You know, we had such a large response from you guys, and we still do. And we're very, very grateful for all of our subscribers and all of our viewers.
All of our students, everyone. You guys are all in the same boat. Thank you so much for all of your support.
I mean, we have 62 people here on New Year's Eve. And I know some people could be out there doing stuff, but you're here with us. That touches me. He was afraid. He's like, what if no one shows up? And I was like, well, you got me, babe. We'll just talk to each other. We'll just talk for the replay.
So we have 7 minutes until midnight. You guys ask a few more questions. Do whatever you want. Throw some comments your way. We're going to stay live until 2019. So you got time for questions and comments and all that good stuff.
They know I love emojis.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're awesome. I learned so much from you. You're welcome, Barbara. Thanks for that.
Oh, thank you, Linda. See, this makes me happy. That's why I did this. I was a teacher. I was an educator.
And
before. That's why I like teaching.
We had a little bit of time. I forgot. Well, the other thing we were going to do tonight was recap everything that happened with Poshmark this year. So I almost forgot to do that. Why don't we jump into that? And
they had their seventh birthday.
Seventh birthday.
Recent. That was a couple weeks ago. Yep, 7th birthday. So Poshmark turned 7 this year. We'll do it back because it's easier to remember. Draft feature, right? They announced we're going into Canada.
Going not just Canada, but international. They had a whole bunch of spots. This was all from PoshFest. News filters, all that good stuff.
Offers to Lakers came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
People think it's been around forever. Making an offer on something's been around for a while, but offers to Lakers. And then there's other people jumping on that bandwagon. eBay started doing stuff with it. So Poshmark's on the right track with that. Yeah, offers to Lakers. What else? What else big? That one. That's a big one. That was like
those are the big chunks, I think.
I need to tell people about this because this is kind of big. Poshmark also helps when help is needed. You know, they do a lot of fundraisers, like they'll donate, you know, they did one for a hurricane.
Yep.
They did a hurricane, and X amount of shares, and we're going to donate this. And that's awesome. You know, who needs to do that when you're that big of a business? They don't need to, but they do it.
So Oliver is asking a question about Nike outlets. So I know a lot of people that source from Nike outlet stores, Nike clearance stores and all that. We haven't done it ourselves, but I know a lot of people that make money doing that. So that's definitely a viable option for sourcing. It's a great way to get new tag stuff. It's called retail arbitrage, and it's a great thing to do. We do tend to go to outlets once in a while and find good bargains and good stuff for reselling. So Sherry asks, what is the best piece of advice you might want to give us all? Karen, I'll leave you that one.
Consistency. I'm not kidding. When I hear people complaining that my sales are fluctuating or this or that, it's like you get what you put in. You know, consistency with all of the aspects to Poshmark. You gotta share a little bit. You gotta share your stuff. You gotta share a few other people's stuff. List. This is no joke. You know, it's not like eBay where you can just make a listing and leave it there. You gotta actively share your own stuff. You know, you have to be your #1 fan and promote your own stuff. And for some people, it takes a while for that to actually like click. You know, newer sellers and stuff. But yeah, no harm. You share, blast one item if you have to. Another thing that happened this year was they changed the format for the labels. So people were able not to have to reformat for their dynamos and their Rollo printers. You could get a 4x6 label. That was huge for me. I was so excited. I was so super excited about that.
So there's been a lot of changes to Poshmark this year, and they keep adapting and changing this app. It's really it's great. It's ever changing, and they're going to keep going through that. So I'm glad to be involved with this platform because they really do a great job. And
they listen to us.
They listen to us, yeah. So Hoop Out Girl says, I have a Christmas sweater to package up. Happy I won't have to share that. I have 2 left. Do you pull Christmas clothing and relist next fall? So we tend not to pull too many seasonal items and relist, but I think Christmas is one of those things where we would pull and relist next fall because you're just not going to make profit on it any other time of the year besides November to January. It's just, and they're going to sell for way too low. Like you're just going to have to give it away in the summer and stuff like that. So that is an item that I would suggest pulling and relisting next October, beginning of November, because you're going to get prime profit for that stuff. Winter and summer stuff will sell year round.
Especially I feel like I have a few. I have a Christmas sweater. You know,
like,
it's not like you're pulling like a quarter of your inventory and delisting it. You know, and that's all you had was Christmas sweaters. If you just have like 1 or 2 things, replace them with an active listing now. Keep those numbers up. But yeah, I agree. Or you could, if you don't want to and you want to keep your closet numbers up, just make sure they go towards the bottom. You know, and like, so someone that's scrolling through your closet and not filtering it, they're not like, why is Santa looking at me right now? It's July. You know, so just push them towards the bottom.
Yeah, push them towards the bottom and keep them down there. That's if you're going to keep them.
Keep them.
Has Poshmark discussed possibly providing a quicker response for customer service, like hours instead of days? They haven't discussed that yet. I think that they're going to move towards an 800 number eventually. It's going to take them time. Remember, they're only 5 years old. So they're very 2011?
Yes.
Oh, 7 years old. They're still very young. They're a very young. Yeah, that's right. You've been on for 5 years. They've been on for 7. So they're a very young company. They're still growing. They're still adapting to what they're doing, and they got to get their platform right before they can go on to the smaller and finer points of things like customer service and stuff. So
45 seconds.
45 seconds. Okay. Oh, are you counting down?
Oh, it has a little, you know, on the clock and the second hand.
So it is almost New Year's. It's almost 2019.
I don't have a tutor.
No tutor.
Oh, Patriot
Picker's wife sitting next to me all of a sudden. Uh-oh.
She's siled up. She knows that there's only like 20 seconds.
You're going to count it down? Is that what you're going to do?
Oh.
You can't count it. You should have looked up a New Year countdown on your phone.
15. Well, the clock is fine on my iPhone, right? Isn't that what's supposed to happen? Oh, wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year! It's New Year's, so we made it. There's our tutor.
I don't have a tutor.
So we made it to New Year. Happy New Year on the East Coast. Yeah, that's right. For you guys out on the West Coast, keep trucking. You'll be there in 3 hours. You'll be there in 3 hours. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning into our last live stream in 2018. To our last live stream until after the baby comes. We're going to try and get back at it live through the middle of February, depending on when this baby is born. So look for us around that time. We're going to be using that new feature on YouTube. We're going to be using that new feature on YouTube to post text post to YouTube, so you can keep track of what we're doing. I'm going to try and get the little guy on camera when he's born, so you guys can take a look at him too, and we'll put a video up about that.
If I find a camera in my face in that hospital room, I am going to scream.
And we will post videos. We're gonna try and get at least 2 videos up a week until we come back and go live, if not more.
Post, right?
So yeah, and I'm gonna see if I can do a live on my own. We'll see what happens. My ADHD might let me do it.
I have faith in it. You know, sometimes he thinks I'm like a crutch.
So maybe we'll do an all men's Poshmark Power Hour live show in a little while for you guys, and we'll talk about all men's stuff and how we can boost our men's sale. And
Adrian Picker's covered in lipstick.
I would have given Karen a kiss, but she's afraid of getting sick. So I might be coming down with a tiny bit of a cold, and she doesn't want to have that. So that's why we didn't kiss. But it was a pleasure hanging out with you guys tonight. If you haven't done so already, click the first link in the description and sign up for our email list. You'll get that 6-part Poshmark workshop. You get a chance to to win a live sourcing box from us, a mystery box. And that'll be sent to your door. So click that first link in the description.
Emails. I'm telling you, snooze, you lose.
Yeah. And this is going to be it for us tonight, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great 2019,
everybody.
And we will see all of you guys again in February. Have a great night, guys.
Happy New Year.